Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name's Hunter. Welcome to another episode of Best Self Weekly, where we focus on mindset, self-improvement, health, fitness, entrepreneurship, you name it. And I want to start this Friday off by getting up on here solo and sharing with you a self-improvement principle. And I also wanted to give a real life example of Arnold Schwarzenegger because I'm currently reading his book and I read something very inspiring today by him. So that's what I wanted to come up on here and talk about. But I hope everybody can have a wonderful Friday, be your best self today, tomorrow, and every single day. So let's just get right into it. Um, what this is about, and I could not pick a specific name for it. There's a few that I came up with. And the first one was trust your vision. The second one is um, others won't have as much belief as you. So don't let it affect you. And number three was defy the expectations of others. And this is why I'm saying these things. So at this point in Arnold Schwarzenegger's acting career, he was on top of the action industry. He was killing it. He made 7 or 8 great films that were very popular. And he had the goal of not only being the best actor in the action industry, but in the entire world, right? He wanted to become the highest paid and the most popular actor. And in order to do that, he had to expand niches. So what he did was he went from action to comedy. But this is the stage in his life when he was making that leap to go into comedy. And at the time, he had nobody believing in him at all. Like we're talking journalists, we're talking, producers, we're talking studio executives. No one would even believe in him, and his friends even told him that he would just go out there and embarrass himself, you know. But despite all that, despite all the negative criticism and whatnot, he decided to make that leap, and he faced so much rejection and difficulty convincing producers to give him that shot. But the situation came up where one of his producers or agents had the idea of him being in the movie Twins with Danny DeVito, which is actually hilarious. I think that movie is so funny. Um, so they had this idea, they put it together, and they really had to convince the producers by telling them, hey, we won't make any money at all unless you guys make money. And whatever money there is, like we'll take on the back end, like whatever that means. So they had to take a huge risk, but the inside people really believe that this movie could be something very special. And long story short, the movie went on to be a huge success. And that he says till this day, that was the most money he's ever made on any film in his entire career. And I just feel like his story really highlights, the belief and risk taking and defying expectations, parts of the self-improvement journey, and it's a very inspiring topic, 100%, because we have to trust our vision. Other people, they won't believe in us sometimes. It kind of depends on your upbringing. Luckily, I've had a lot of awesome, supportive people, but sometimes people won't take you serious if you're trying to, fulfill your big goals. I don't know if anyone's ever told anyone about something big they want to achieve, and the other person kind of let them off the hook and, didn't really give you that same energy, right? Because I feel like some people don't want to see you grow. They want you to stay at the same level as them. And energetically, even if they say they support you, you can kind of just feel that they don't really support you, if that makes sense. So the invitation, for everybody is to simply reflect. Reflect on maybe what's been holding you back because of fear of others' opinions, and really think to yourself, what's one step that I can take? What's one step that I personally can take that will, help me not listen to people trying to throw negativity on me? What's one step I can take to truly going after my vision? And I really want everybody to reflect on that, reflect what's at least one small step in the right direction I can take. Um, and yeah, and just really committing to yourself. maybe within these next 48 hours on committing to that vision and not putting up with others' negativity anymore. Chase your visions because, use Arnold Schwarzenegger's example, the journalists, the producers, even his friends, they didn't believe in him. And maybe you're going through the same thing where maybe you have, I don't know, siblings or cousins or teammates, whatever the case may be, that you feel like, they don't have your back for whatever reason, whatever that means. And just remember that success doesn't come from following the crowd, you got to take risks. He really took a big risk by saying he wouldn't make money unless the producers made money. And that's a lot of time and effort and energy to um, really make a movie, I'm sure. And at the time, it was probably like the biggest risk in the world. But looking back, maybe it doesn't seem that big. But just imagine being in his shoes. But that's the little self-improvement message I wanted to share with you guys, which was defy the expectations of others. Do not give in to those expectations of other people. Trust your vision and just believe that you can do it. And other people are not going to believe as much as you do, but that's okay. That's normal. That's unfortunately how it is, but just believe. And if you have people that you're close to in your life and you hear their dreams and their beliefs, hype them up, support them, support them, support them by energetically giving that positivity to them. And that's the message that I wanted to share with everybody. One of the things that we have to overcome a mental barrier in order to achieve our full potential, and taking risk is definitely part of that. So please reflect, ask yourself those questions and commit, maybe take the whole weekend to think about these things and come Sunday night, commit to yourself that you're going to do whatever it is that you want to do. And everybody, happy Friday. I hope that we can all be the best versions of ourselves today. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Make good choices. Um, and thank you for giving this a listen and have a blessed weekend.